What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's Thursday, so you know what that means.
Brother Empowerment Day.
So if this is your first time watching, this is Brother Empowerment by Love is a Parable. The whole purpose of this show is not to be one of those bashing shows, but this is an opportunity to uplift our brothers while uplifting those who are connected to them. So we're hoping that something throughout this conversation will be a tool to empower, to engage, or also have just some of those aha moments that may make their living situation and those that are connected to them a whole lot better. Okay, so before we get into who's all on, bro, how was your week?
So my week was actually pretty chill. So just been doing stuff around the house, searching for a computer desk because my little small makeshift setup that I had before is not working now for that 100% work from home or remote life. So yes, bro, you did send me some links for a desk, which I'm going through, but I still have yet to search and buy one. So
I don't like attitude about that.
There's no attitude though. But yeah, so my week has been pretty chill, man. Just doing stuff around the house. I've been working out, not only working out with my man Keon, but also doing Camp Gladiator workouts at 5 a.m. So I've been really putting my body through the ringer. And although it is taxing and I'm tired, it's working for me. I like the dividends. I like the results. So, but it's good. So, what about you, bro?
And basically, in other words, he getting so buff, like we're gonna have to change studio in a minute. Like we're gonna have to get a bigger camera and all of that because he like pushing me out the thing because he like swole. It's like we need to change that to He-Man, not human. So, guys, you know how we do. We're 100% honest, right? So let me tell you, Cordell kicked me out of his house on Saturday. Okay, that was an exaggeration. Okay, that was a straight up lie.
Oh, okay.
But Cordell did say in front of everybody that was his MFing house, and his name is the only name on that mortgage. See how he talked to me? Then he forced me to play a game I didn't even want to play now. Then get mad at the rules, and then cuss me out. So I had to really make sure I went to counseling this week because Brother Empowerment almost didn't be.
So we're just gonna do that today, right now.
Yeah, right now in this very moment.
Y'all don't believe that, do y'all? Y'all don't believe that.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
I mean, I did say it was my house and my name is the only one on the mortgage.
MFing.
You just go
MFing. Put that part in there. MFing. MFing. To all the kids, I'm sorry, but this guy cursed this guy. And he used the no. He used compound cuss words. What do compound cuss words in 2020?
So we just tell it everything. Just
MFing.
Let's go tell it all.
YES. See, look at this. See.
I mean, Ricky, he ain't lying. I did say it. I just don't know why he just telling everything.
Oh, I'm not telling everything. Would you like for them to tell?
No, I mean,
would y'all like for me to tell y'all everything?
No, because we're not just gonna do that.
Okay. I just want to make sure because I have a reputation for being honest, and I tell it, and I tell people I will tell it. I'll tell it.
No, man.
I'm not afraid of you.
We're not gonna do that today, man.
This is my MF house. Okay, so we do got a lot of stuff to discuss though. Before we get into what the things we got to discuss, man.
Yeah, tell you how you was, bro.
Well, I'm kind of going to tell it in the announcements. How about that?
Okay.
I tell them how my week was in the announcements, and that way we can keep it moving.
Okay.
So I will show all of the wonderful people we got on. Well, I will see the comments, and you tell us who we got.
Okay, so we got Rashia. Hey, Rashia.
Hello.
We have Lori. What's up, Lori?
Hello.
We got Charles. What's up, Charles, man?
Hello.
Got my sister, Jay's wife, Lita.
Hello.
Oh man, we got Miss Joy.
Joy E.
Excuse me. I always mess that up.
Hello.
So we got Danielle Green Polk.
Hey.
So we got Ricky, of course.
Hello.
We got Ashley, who's saying we're not social distancing. We are social distancing.
It's his muscles.
From y'all. We're social distancing from y'all.
Yeah, because his muscles won't allow 6 feet.
We have Adrian.
My friend. That is my friend right there.
Adrian, what? What I do now?
I'll tell you even more. I'm going to inbox you.
No. See?
I got receipts and pictures.
See? Then
literal receipts and pictures.
We have Tamara.
Look, he's talking about Tamara?
Tamara, excuse me. I always forget that.
It don't even say Tamara.
Tamara.
That don't sound right coming out of your mouth. You like Tamara.
I have a coworker that's named Tamara.
Tamara.
Sorry, Tamara. I'm sorry.
That's just a lazy way of saying tomorrow. You like Tamara.
Danielle, you know what? It was a very.
I couldn't either.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say for that.
I was appalled. I was offended and confused.
We have Michelle. Hey, what's up, Michelle? We have Tessa. Hey, Tessa. We have Mike Brown, your cousin.
My cousin?
Your brother. My cousin. This is my cousin, your brother. Sorry.
Well, technically, he your brother then. Because you're my brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, my little brother.
Monica's on. His wife. Hey.
Hey.
Let's see. Who else? Yeah, that's it. We got Superman is on. Hey, what's up, Superman?
Pronounced Joey. I be trying to tell him. He don't want to put that E on there.
I be forgetting, Joey. Sorry.
She got 2 eyes, one for the 2 eyes. Well, she got 2 eyes for real, but 2 eyes, one for the regular, and then one for the extra. Joey.
Yeah.
You know how like breathe got it? Breathe got an E?
Yeah, I remember it now.
For y'all who don't know, breathe has an E. So to remind you to breathe. Okay? Breath ends with no E. What's going on, bro? Is that everybody?
That is everybody so far.
Okay, well, while he's sharing.
Yeah, Paris Simone. Hey, Paris. You just came on.
Hey, Paris. So we got a couple of announcements because when we talk about our week, man, my week has been crazy because the truth of the matter is our week, we kind of like share because of all the things that are going on. So the very first thing that I do want to let you guys know that is no surprise. About 2 months ago, almost 2 months ago, I was informed that I would be laid off from my job. I waited about 2 weeks just to kind of get my bearings together. And then I want to say out of desperation, I don't know, but something made me release resume. And from that video resume, I did receive a lot of success. It was funny because some people were like, well, you should have waited to release it on a Monday. I was like, no, I released it on the day I needed a job, which was a Friday. Right. And so I released it on Friday. It probably was a weird time, probably like 10 a.m. And I received interviews actually 10 a.m. on Friday, on Saturday. I even had interviews on Sunday. So the success of it was like bananas. I want to say it got up to 6,000, 7,000 views on Facebook, like 2,000 views on LinkedIn. And I ain't never had nothing over 80 views on LinkedIn. But the success was crazy. I had people that were working in all over places. And so I then was offered a few jobs. Even the company that laid me off offered to postpone my layoff, which was unique. And then I also was offered a job that I'm considering, that I am starting, is actually in healthcare. And what I liked about it more than anything is that they were like, we know that we can't afford what you were paying before, so we can offer you other things. And so it impressed me that they were honest up front, and they said, you know, however long you stay, it's just a pleasure to have you on the team. But I want to give a huge shout out, man, to Joy, because she came through, put her cape on. Guys, she offered me so many different connections. She even put her name on the line, not even knowing my work ethic. Yes, she knew me in the community, but you know, people funny like that, especially when they don't know you. But because of Joy, she found like the perfect pairing. Like, you know, like some people send you jobs and say, apply, apply, apply. But no, she actually utilized her connections and found jobs that were complimentary of my experience and, you know, not insultive. Yeah. And so I definitely want to give a huge shout out for Joey for working hard, grinding hard, helping, and like she was up with me late at night saying, hey, how the job search is going.
Yeah.
And then she said, well, I just found this one. So she has her job. She didn't have to worry about any of that, but she made it her responsibility to support me. And that's what I love about the Love is a Parable gang, those who ride hard for it. Yeah. Well, from that video, I also received a few speaking contracts from that. Actually, I received 4. And 2 of them, well, one of them already happened. The next one is happening in September. The other one is happening in October. And then the next one is still pending. And so these are out-of-state contracts that we're speaking virtually. And it was an honor to also speak at my undergrad. Mm-hmm. So because of the success of this, we are actually offering a free workshop on October 4th, where it's uncovering the 4 C's of your gemstone, a creative professional workshop. Out of this workshop, we're going to establish the importance of self-concept, excelling in a competitive market, resume and interviewing jewel tips, and navigating through transitions, because this time is really rough. And then we're going to have somebody who is a corporate advocate, won Corporate Advocate of the Year last year, mm-hmm. Also is a diehard Love is a Parable supporter, but professionally is a people builder and a certified professional resume writer, and will be joining us that night is actually Lenora Lassiter of Lenora Pores. Yep. So we're definitely excited about that. So that's really great. And then from a lot of the success that was happening across the board, we wanted to take an opportunity for you guys to really go look at our website, because we've made some updates. And the whole purpose of those updates is to give you an opportunity to stay up, to stay current with what we have going on. And so we've expanded our employee implicit bias workshops. Not only do we have the race relations workshop, which was formerly called the implicit bias workshop, mm-hmm. we now have sexism and sexuality workshop, white ethnicity workshop, and career readiness workshop. So we are offering you guys several different services. So definitely make sure that you go to loveisapparable.com and check us out. And a lot of these services that we're offering are free. So don't be afraid to go ahead and hit the donate tab, because if you hit the donate tab, you find out about our strategy and what we're planning on doing with the resources. Yep. So I'm definitely excited about everything that we have in place and that's going on. And then we got one more announcement. Guys, we've been so busy. So Holly Springs is getting their youth choir together. That is, for those of you who are not familiar with the Raleigh-Durham area, Holly Springs is a town that is southwest of Southwest Raleigh. And there, for Martin Luther King Jr. Observance, they are putting together a choir, and they want all voices from all ethnicities to come, audition, have a good time. They are actually having the gospel artist and Stellar Award nominee, Gerald Hinton, who is a native, who's actually directing the choir, and that's all of the contact information. So make sure you check them out as well. Okay? A lot going on. Yeah. So that's really been my week, my weekend. I want to thank my wife and my kids, man, because they have been supportive through all of these transitions. Things have just been happening, guys. So we got a lot going on. And then we had time to drop off a random act of kindness. We dropped one off at Tara today. She didn't answer the door, so it was an accident. Okay. It was an accident, random act of kindness. Remember I said, hold on? Yeah. Yep, we dropped it off to her. It was a wonderful surprise. She almost cussed me out, but it still was a wonderful surprise. That's what's up. Yeah, so a lot of great things are actually happening on here.
So we got some more people on too. Uncle Marcus is on. What's up, Uncle?
What's going on, Uncle Marcus?
So Uncle is on. Lupita Bay is on. Hey, what's up? Let's see who else is on. We got some more people.
Yep, she said, hey. Sean is on YouTube.
What's up, Sean?
My brother.
Kim Rawls is on. Hey, Kim. And let's see, we got Joy Briscoe is on. What's up, Briscoe? And Orvis is on. What's up, Orvis?
Since you ain't going to order, I'm just going to go ahead and just click
I was doing the people, not the comments.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Hey, cousin Antoine.
What's up, Antoine, man?
He on the road in halftime.
Yeah.
He said, what's popping tonight, family? My old boy got it.
Hey, we feel it, man. We appreciate you for popping in.
And we thank you for what you're doing, because he makes sure that we get some of the goods. Because, yeah, he's on his own truck and everything. So thanks for what you're doing on that road, and be safe, and make sure you cover up and be behind the mask. Okay? Look, see?
Yeah.
Let's see who else.
Rock it out, giving Joy her props. Joy, your props.
Oh, yep. Thank you. Thank you. Well, got Rick. I want to make sure I'm getting your comments so you can see it. Jay gave me a dry hello, but we'll discuss that later. I said, hello.
I said it like that to everybody.
I did the same one. Hello. Hey, Orvis Yvette Brown Mims. So, bro, let's get into it. That's my female best friend. I can do that. So let's get into it. So we got to talk about these topics, right?
Yep.
So it's funny, we're gonna leave this one that's gonna take the most time at the bottom.
Okay.
What about trusting our first responders in the community? More specifically, the Black community. What are your thoughts about that?
I mean, that's kind of touchy, man. Just because people's experiences with first responders are very, really, okay.
This your half of the frame. Because I said hello,
and I actually introduced you. You know what? We're not even going to get into that. As far as
you know why? Because you keep saying Lapita Bay.
I'm not gonna call
it.
Hey, Lanez, how you doing? Good to see you on here.
Hey, face.
I mean, I don't call her that in front of too many folks. But anyways, so
she's gonna be here soon.
Yes, true. She will be here soon, and she'll be on with us.
And her birthday.
Yep, is coming soon. So actually, about 2 weeks. So as far as the first responders and their in the relationship in the Black community, I know that it's people in various communities have mixed experiences with first responders, and some folks just don't trust them at all because of their experiences. So, and I don't know if that's gotten better or worse with COVID. I know that, you know, my own brother had an experience with first responders that wasn't really good. Yeah, I'm talking about you, bro.
I did.
Yeah.
What happened?
You said they took a long time.
Oh, they never. Oh yeah, they came. They came. They weren't first responders.
Oh yeah, like so. So my answer to the topic is it's mixed. I haven't had to have a whole lot of experience with them myself, but my experiences have been mixed myself. So I don't know, bro. I really don't have a great answer for that.
I think the problem that a lot of people are running into is accepting the fact that certain things just can be a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we're living in a unique time where everything feels like you're walking on eggshells, not just the small, simple things, but it literally feels like everything is walking on eggshells. And so people don't know how to navigate through it. I think what's making it difficult for first responders is because, you know, like the good suffer with the bad. Even the good first responders are a little nervous about going into those areas. And so we're going into areas, period, because they're like, what if it becomes a hostile situation? What if somebody's attacking me? And I think that what needs to continue to happen is open communication. Yeah. And being intentional with actions, making sure that we are applying the skills that we've learned. Like, I'm not seeing a lot of de-escalating. And de-escalation training is what most officers get. And so we want to just make sure that we're doing whatever we need to do to de-escalate the situation and realize it's just uncomfortable for everybody right now. And this is not a time to be saying, well, there are good cops. We know that there are good cops. Yeah. You know, just like when people say, well, there are good white people too. We know that there are good white people. We know there are good people across the board. But that acknowledging that doesn't take away from the fact that there is a lot of bad things that are happening. And so everybody is on edge. And this is just a time that we just don't have to work through together as a global community.
Yeah. Way better answer than I had.
Shut up. Bro. He said, y'all offending folks. Who we offended?
I don't know. But I mean, it happens.
What happened? Who we offended?
No, I said it happened.
I'm trying to figure out who we offended.
I don't know.
Hey, Brooke.
Hey, Brooke.
Brooke is also, Brooke is one of the founders. Well, she's a founder of the organization, CEO and founder of Martha Leon Tutorial Services.
Okay.
And she's also an AP up in Durham doing big things.
Yes.
So there are good.
Then we just, you know what? We're just going to bypass that.
Thank you, Brooke. The only way to stop violence is to use good communication. Thank you, brother. Unfortunately, the police foundation is built off of racial hatred. You offend.
You know what?
No, I was joking, you guys.
What's up, Chris, man?
Yeah, and that's why in our implicit bias workshop, in the race relations workshop, Kevin, to that point, we actually touch on that topic, but we also realize that a lot of people, what we're dealing with right now is the response to racism, not the onset of it. So the infrastructure of racism, for the most part, has already been in place, and so most people who are taking jobs don't know that they're subscribing to one that had a racist motive, and unfortunately, that's our job to either educate or they research on their own. But that still doesn't take away from the fact that every person that decides to become a cop isn't a bad person. Mm-hmm. And so we want to make sure that that is clear, just clear it up as well. You must meet violence with violence, unfortunately. That's why we don't want to do it, Clive. We don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight.
That's a slippery slope, and you might not always come on your feet when you take that approach.
But I think that's because people say that they're a good cop, etc. It's like they are ignoring our reality. I think that some people struggle with dealing with tough situations and tough topics. Mm-hmm. And so the whole idea of confrontation makes some people feel uncomfortable. And so they tend to try to say something positive. And sometimes saying something positive, seemingly positive, can be insensitive
and dismissive,
mm-hmm. and just inappropriate at that time.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So we're going to move on from that one. Healthy and productive hobbies in the Black community.
That's an interesting topic just because
you're Black.
What? Yo, okay. As far as naming some healthy and productive hobbies, I know for me, myself, I like to work out. I definitely like to socialize and tap in with my people. Even if we're just sitting around drinking water or juice and just talking, I like to do that.
You say water and juice?
Water or juice.
Even if we're just sitting around drinking water or juice.
Yeah. Because some people.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't mind him. So I like to socialize.
Don't be dismissive to me.
I like to socialize with my people. I definitely like to write, and I like to go for drives, listening to music. So that's pretty good too. I also take road trips. So a road trip, I'm not saying it may not be a hobby per se, but I think it's something cool to do. And it don't have to be a road trip out of the state. It could be, something to someone's house or on the highway. Y'all leave my water and juice alone. I wasn't trying to,
rolling through the hood, sipping on water and juice, lay back.
So you know what? This is why we can't have nice things. So, but yeah, so there's plenty of things.
Because we won't drink enough water and juice. Drink your water and your juice, guys.
There's plenty of things I think that you can do to be productive. And productive doesn't mean it has to necessarily make you money or it has to be towards some financial end. It could be something that also relieves stress or also improves your morale, your health. It don't have to be something that is money making. So yeah.
You know why I don't really like these questions, and I try to find different ways to answer them? Mm-hmm. Because it's almost I don't like the statements when they say, like, what do guys want out of a relationship? Yeah. The same thing women want. We want respect, we want love, we want affection, we want commitment, we want to feel safe. And so when we talk about what are some healthy, productive things that go on in the Black community, probably the same thing that go on in other communities. Yeah. We just call them different things. Like, we don't have barbecues, we have cookouts.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have, gatherings. We have parties.
Oh, I feel like that was some shade, brother.
Y'all, let me tell you.
You don't have to tell them though.
Y'all, let me tell you. The kids drilled this guy tonight. It was too funny about his gatherings. I saved you though.
You did.
Yeah, because it was like a good 30, 40 minutes. Bro was like drowning. Help.
I've never had nieces before, so yeah.
But we sometimes make certain things as if they're like culturally specific when they're really not. Healthy and productive things are really about the same. Yeah. we dance, and some people may cut a rug. I mean, some people do the shag, some people do the shuffle. I mean, sometimes I think we make a lot of things complicated that are not necessarily complicated, which contribute to the distractors of those things that we should be focusing on. And so sometimes I struggle with answering them because I feel like it's a waste of energy for the most part. And I think it's more divisive in nature than what it is, because the way that we do things may be different, but we pretty much do the same thing.
Yeah, I agree with that, bro. That's really, really a great answer for real.
Police just follow orders of local politicians. We should be holding local makers accountable. Kevin, befriend Sean Bates today, because y'all ready to fight the power. See, water and juice. We got Ricky Phillips. One of the things that Ricky Phillips actually does is he actually is, I don't know, do you call it a brewer? Because you do more than brewing. But he got a company called Fantastic Fermentations, and he knows how to make everything that will have you happy if you have a couple of sips of it. And he makes them organically, naturally, and he does the whole process. I have never known anybody who knows so much about the fermentation of things than Ricky. But guys, if you haven't been following him on Facebook or on YouTube, you better follow that dude, because I done learned so much that I'm questioning some of my drink choices. Yeah. Not the ones that are unsweet though. I don't question those at all.
Yeah, tap in with Ricky.
So she said adult juice. She clarified.
That's cool. We can go with that too.
Adult juice is that grapefruit juice. I remember my mom used to have that grapefruit juice, that yellow grapefruit juice. It just make your whole face frown up. And she'd be like, don't drink my grapefruit juice. We won't now. I promise you. Nobody's fighting you to drink the grapefruit juice.
My mom likes grapefruits and grapefruit juice. I'm like, Mom, you can have that. You don't ever have to worry about me.
And they'll just cut it in half and sit there and eat it like it's a watermelon or a cantaloupe.
Nah. But I don't like sour stuff either. My only exception to that is liquor.
I like pink grapefruit. I can do pink grapefruit. That yellow grapefruit, that's just made for the strong people. That's like brown liquor. With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Brown liquor is the ambrosia.
I'm in Arizona weekend to get away and drive around, listen to music.
I'm pretty sure I'll do the same once I have a family.
He listened to Water and Juice by Poodle Dog.
Yeah, it was, Chris. It was.
Chris, you were my friend first. Yeah. We got to establish boundaries, because y'all be tripping. I like gatherings.
Me too, Tara. I like them too, sis.
Brooke told her barbecue. Tara like gathering with her family, and that's it. And I'm talking about the ones in her house, nobody else. Yeah. Oh, you talking about family reunion? See, people use different language based on state, city, and environment. Yeah. But Brooke, you from outside of Fayetteville, so don't tell me that they be using barbecue down there. That's something you picked up.
Hey, mama.
Hey, mama. So mama down here, right? But I only saw her like a half a day. And she ain't called me since she been in Augusta, but we'll let that go.
She's sturdy.
I like to be happy. I want some. Well, follow Ricky.
Yeah, tap in with Ricky.
She's about to put some sugar on it. No, just eat the pink grapefruit.
No, I'm good.
I eat the pink grapefruit. I'm not eating that yellow one. The yellow one is just like made for like, I don't know.
I don't want to eat anything that's naturally sour. I'm good on that. I'm good.
So any lemons?
Nope.
Says the man who has simply lemonade.
It's not sour though.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's
the
reason sweet and sour exists.
You know what? That and some lemonade ain't sour.
Okay. This is what we're going with.
Yes.
Gender roles pushed into parenting. That's an interesting one.
Well, you know what? I'll let you take that, bro. Go ahead.
No, I wanted to see what your take was today, because I know you felt like a parent for a minute.
Well, you know what? Since I'm not a full-time parent, I'm going to let you take it.
But you're not a full-time parent.
I don't have kids at home. Or 90% of the time that I'm even existing.
We can change that.
We could.
You want to adopt a kid?
No.
For $6 a day. Let me stop. But that's one of the. it's interesting in my household because I only have daughters. So
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that we don't believe in gender roles, but we do have a level of tradition, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe that my wife has to cook and clean, if that makes sense. Because I like to do both of those things, but I'm not opposed to her doing it either.
Yeah.
But it just so happened there are certain things that we gravitate to. Like, my wife tends to wash the clothes more because she likes it. Or I don't know if she like it or she just do. I don't know what it is because she buys the laundry. I don't ever buy laundry detergent. I can't tell you the time I bought laundry detergent, but I'll buy dish detergent.
Yeah.
But I like cleaning the kitchen. She like cleaning. She like washing the clothes. I like vacuuming. I don't think my wife has ever mopped. I don't think she ever mopped in this house. No, I don't think she has. But that's not like I'm like get in there and mop. No, I just go in there and mop. And I don't believe in projecting that onto women or the women that I'm helping raise our daughters. I let them know that they are in control of their own bodies. We are already talking to them about commitment and exclusivity and all of those things. A lot of those things we don't subscribe to. And we just want them to be at a place where they're just happy. Yeah. And they're content and they're making choices. Speaking of things that are funny, like when you touch Lana's hair, and she was like, "Don't touch my hair, please."
Yeah. Yep. Say just like that. No, please. No, please.
So we actually teach that and we encourage that. We really don't believe in a lot of that stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. Hey,
Natanya.
So, what were you saying, bro? Excuse me, I cut you off. Okay.
No, you're fine. Okay. No, I'm saying, and none of the friends that I'm around, it's just like Ricky said, no gender roles, but everyone has strengths, right? Yeah, like we don't tell our kids, "Oh, put some clothes on because somebody is coming." We just don't let somebody come. And we don't invite people over to our house where our girls have to feel threatened. So it's like a lot of those things they don't understand. But at the same time, when they feel like they're in an environment where they do feel uncomfortable, I am proud to see how well they communicate their level of uncomfortableness.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Yeah, because my nieces are amazing. So, you know, for realness, you know what? That's fine. You're just going, all right, that's cool. You're going to be out here soon, so don't worry. Just remember that. So, but no, as far as gender roles and parenting, I mean, I'm not a parent, not even halfway, part-time, none of that. So what I was,
you be around the girls a lot.
Yeah.
And you be around other people's kids a lot.
But what I will say for gender roles is that, you know, of course I have, you know, I was brought up by some old school guys who are not completely old school, and the part was restrictive, but the ideals were old school. So I have some things that I just naturally do, like, you know, when I was, you know, in a relationship before, you know, my ex-girlfriend, she didn't take out the trash. I took out the trash all the time. And there was no, like my brother Jay said, there was no, I don't believe in, you know, men do this, women do this. No, I mean, I have a house now that I have to maintain. So I cook, I clean, I do the laundry, I do all of that. Right. So I don't need someone to come in and do that. And so when I get to another relationship and I get married and have kids, I'm not going to thrust that on her. I'm still going to continue to do that because it's my house too. I had to live here too. And I definitely don't want my daughter thinking that a woman has to do certain things and that she's relegated to do that because she's a woman. Right. And I don't want my son to rely on a girl or a woman to do those things for him. My dad taught me that you don't rely on someone to help you survive. You need to know how to clean, you know how to cook, you know how to do certain things. Yeah. So I want that to be instilled in my children too. So I'm not going to say your mom does all the cleaning and cooking because I'm a man and this and that. No, I'm going to teach my kids, especially if I have a son, to be a well-rounded individual so that they can survive in this world without needing anybody else for anything. Because I don't need anybody else for anything currently. So
I definitely agree with that. I remember one of the most powerful things was like my aunt, over the summer, we used to spend our summers down in Parkton, North Carolina, on the other side of Fayetteville, going towards the South Carolina border. Whew. But my auntie had 42 acres. And so we spent a lot of time. And one of the things that she used to do is sit us down and she showed us how to plait hair. And my mom used to say, I don't want my sons playing with dolls. And she said, they're not playing with dolls. what they are doing is learning how to take care of girls because you don't know if they're going to be fathers of girls. And it's just so happened, me and Rodney, my older brother, we both are girl dads, like organic girl dads. And so had it not been for those moments, and then I had another auntie who actually was a licensed beautician, and she used to sit me and my brother down again. Well, the other ones were too old, but me and my brother Rodney, she used to sit us down, and she taught us how to put in a relaxer, how to cut hair, how to take care of hair, how to treat hair, how to do all of those things. And they really did help because we both ended up being girl dads. And I appreciate those individuals that go against the norm, the restrictive norm, to empower, because a lot of men may want to do hair like, may want to do their daughter hair like, and don't want to walk around with their kid hair looking rough. Yeah. And they want to do something, but nobody has empowered them, or somebody has subjectified it to being female only territory. And so those things keep happening, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
What's that? Everybody name, see?
No.
What's going on, Landy?
Hey, Landy.
I miss you, man. I need to call you so we can just sit down and talk. Tara said Cordell listed all his availability. Look, and that's a lie. Wait. No, she's about your availability. That man be busy. I be like, how you do that? When you sleep? His green light be on just like me and Kerwin. Like, I be like, what is going on? We be working on the website and everything late at night, man. It's dope, bro. Yeah. Thanks for all the things you do to help us. Some things are not exclusive to gender. We have to teach boys and girls how to survive. Absolutely. Exactly. Absolutely. Paris said, yes, I have 2 boys, and I always tell them cooking and cleaning are basic. Man, come on now. For sure. Just because someone can clean and cook does not make them extraordinary. It's like, yay, you know how to take care of yourself. Man, my mama showed us how to make eggs in the microwave. But when we was like 5 and 6 years old. Oh, wow. You put it on there, you stop it, you stir it. We talking about scrambled eggs and all. She told us, like, well, if you want it this way, you do it this way. Yeah, man, we started out in the microwave, and then we graduated to the stove. That's what's up, man. You was a pro when you can make French fries. Yeah, that's what's up. And that was back in the day. You had to step back when you put it in the grease. Back in the day, you had to step back because you want. That was back in the day. Now we're baking fries. An example of exclusive gender is hygiene. Having a boy and girl hygiene would be taught a little differently. I don't know. I know my wife. Yeah, I agree. I just thought about it. My wife, because my wife does it. She like, get up there. Let me look. And she go through a whole. You think I'm playing? Like, my wife does not play about certain things because my wife used to be in healthcare. So man, when we first got together, she used to throw leftovers away after 2 days. Oh shoot! She'd be like, after 2 days is unsanitary, and she'll be doing the girl. She's like, let me see. So she do a whole tutorial on them on how to wash. And she said, I'm gonna check in a week. Wow. My wife is the truth. And it'd be funny, and I'd be loving it. I'd be like, girls, y'all got it rough. It's hard out here in these streets. Rick said, I'm definitely raising a son to do it all. I don't want him dependent on no one. I'm fortunate my village reinforces it. Yeah. That's what's up, Rick. That's what's up, bro. I wish I could cut hair. That's all I need to know. Yeah, Shell can do some hair, man. Shell can do some hair. Cut what kind of, like? I think barber style, I think she was saying. Like, maybe, I don't know. Like Shell, you learn how to do that, Shell. You be a one-stop shop. You can basically open your own shop after that. Yep. So Rashid said, yes, my dad taught me how to change my own tire, oil. I'm not doing it, but I know how to. Cut grass, etc. No gender roles. Just learn how to be self-sufficient. I agree with you. That's right. Because I promised my wife the grass will always be cut, but I ain't never promised her I'll cut it. Yeah. Thank you, Van Small. Yeah. Hey, Van, that's what's, because I pay my money because I don't like doing no yard work. Be out there sneezing and coughing and hacking. My allergies are terrible. Somebody I had to learn in quarantine. You can do it. YouTube is your friend. Man, I was wolfing like crazy in quarantine. So she just taught Micah how to make eggs. Oh, that's what's up. Lady, what you laughing? Hey, lady. What you laughing at? You want to laugh? They're saying, yeah, my brother is a barber. I just use him. But man, I don't like going to barbershops. Man, barbershops is the sanctuary.
Yeah, I love going to the barbershop. That's one reason why I don't cut my own hair. I like going to the barbershop. I love it.
Now, when times get rough, now I know how to take myself up and clean myself up. Now, when you talk about fading, man, I just be changing the guards until it look right.
Nah, I'm just gonna wolf. Man, we should just go ahead and we kind of already covered that one, the men and stuff. We should just go ahead and get into the Cardi B. So,
well, no, we got to do something related to Candice Owens first.
All right, okay.
Your turn.
Something related to Candice Owens. Now, some people don't like Candice Owens because of her affiliation and some of her talking points. I'm going to say this. And some people don't like the fact that she has particular affiliations and particular points, and the fact that she's a Black woman who has those said affiliations, said talking points. All I'm going to do is say this. Just like when you talking to someone at the bar, just because someone is on TV and gets paid to talk about certain things or whatever, doesn't mean they get any more trust in things that they say than the person that you talk to randomly at the bar. For everybody who says anything about anything, whether they be a paid whatever or not, you have to. I think it would be wise to consider where that's coming from, their background, and the affiliation, everything and what they're saying, where it comes from, or what foundation that's coming from. So that's all I'll say about Candice Owens. I'm not going to get too into the politics because we're not a political entity, but I will say that use the same discernment that you would use from talking to somebody in the street or in the bar with someone like Candice Owens. You trust, or if you choose to trust what she says, okay, but verify. If you don't like what she says, research it yourself, come up with your own points. And if you still don't like what she says, you don't think it's valid, then you say, well, I don't care what she's talking about because to me it's not valid. So that's what I have to say about that. I mean, I don't need, I don't look to any particular pundit on any side to really tell me anything or inform me. I inform myself. And that's about pretty much everything.
Come on, pundit.
So yeah, I don't have a particular opinion on Candice Owens because I don't listen to what she says. And that's for most, politically affiliated folks who are on TV or the radio.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it like I tell my kids. Like, you research and find out for your own. Because my kids don't do any. I'm raising our children not to do any political bashing. And shame on anybody who is teaching these children that, because that's actually how hate and divisiveness is really taught. Because you have an opinion of something, and a lot of times the opinions that we have of something is really flawed. It's really flawed, and it's like horrible. Candice Owens, yes, just like anybody. There is nobody on this green earth that I have seen in a political fashion, church affiliation or whatever, I agree with 100%.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean that just because you don't agree with them and you don't like their association that they are telling you some lies.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? So some of the stuff that she's saying is true. And I will say this too. It was one that T.I. and her got into it on. Yeah, T.I. was disrespectful to her. And I think that was a poor example and a poor representation. Like, we sometimes dismiss people and we think that disrespect is okay. But I'm going to say this. You cannot be an advocate for Black Lives Matter if you dismiss a life based on what you value as important. And that's all I'm going to say about that one. I don't engage with folks like Candice Owens. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, and that's a good way. That's a good practice. If you don't particularly care for what a person is saying, just don't engage. Like the brother just said, you don't have to be disrespectful. You don't have to say anything to them. You just don't have to engage. You can exercise the right to scroll by, flip the channel, everything.
Well, Sean said best. You can read that one.
Sean said you don't have to agree with anyone 100% to have a conversation. Correct. Plus, even if someone is wrong 90% of the time, they are right 10% of the time. Pay attention for the 10%.
Oh.
So two things can.
The good word said, "Eat the meat and spit out the bones." That's what it said.
Yeah. And as we say here, Loves of Purple all the time, two things can be true at the same, or most things can be true at the same time. She can be saying some things that are true sometimes or partially, and you can also really not care for what she says really at all.
Because you don't care for the person.
Oh, you could, yeah, and not care for her as a person. All those things can be true. All those things can be true.
Well, that's another time. I hate to put a plug in, but it's truth. This is why we go over stuff like this, because everybody has biases and it's based off of something. So you might just be biased and you might be dismissing some good information because of that. And that's no different than going into work. You don't know the political affiliation of your supervisor or your boss, but you listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
And just like you know when they're not talking about nothing, and just like you know when they're talking about something. I mean, we complicate a lot of stuff. And the sad part is the grown folk.
Yeah.
It's the old grown folks,
Yeah.
like my age grown. And I'm trying to figure out, like, why are we struggling with basic social skills that I know that was instilled in all of us? I mean, that was just community given information. And so there's nobody, there's no political party, there's nothing that people agree with. Just like I heard, like if somebody that's flat out just told me, like, I only am going to vote, you know, this particular party, because if I vote any other party, the person is not going to win. They're not trying to hear that the reason why people are winning is because less people are voting,
Mm-hmm.
which means that you need to hurry up and vote. Make sure you get with your state and find out when the voter registration deadlines are. Because in North Carolina, you have up until the week before the election to make sure that you're registered. So you want to make sure you're doing all of those things that you can do your due diligence to make your voice heard.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's very important. But a lot of us are developing opinions off of unresearched bias.
Yeah.
And we're not even trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Dang, the glass is still messed up. See, problems with glasses.
But yeah, you definitely have the right to not engage. Even after you hear all or some of the information, you have the right to just be like, I'm not going to engage at all, which means you don't have to say anything respectful, disrespectful, or otherwise. You can just say nothing.
You have the right to remain silent.
Yeah, you really do.
Anything that you say.
People invite all kinds of stress in their lives because they feel like they have to say something or engage. You don't. You can, as the Honorable Maxine Waters says, you can reclaim your time prematurely by not even using any of it. You reclaim it prematurely. You just, no.
I just say this, let your character and let your walk reflect your voice.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that, you don't have to ever worry about it. You don't have to defend a walk and a voice, because your fruit will be all the proof that you need.
Yeah. Latanya said, I won't engage with anyone that is not informed in the area of their opinion, just in general. I get you. I feel that.
So we're gonna go ahead and skip on to
The hot topic.
The hot topic.
Which we kind of already talked. You just talked about the registered vote deadline and stuff like that. So
I know, because I saw that, because I knew you was not, because you about to get passionate and you was gonna be doing this, and then
I'm not even gonna do that.
Oh,
Not gonna do it.
I don't know, because CG, he is out. He don't go back in.
Oh wow.
So Cardi B and Offset.
And Offset. So
What's the name of that group? What
Migos.
I thought for the longest they was one group. I mean, one person. Then it was like three of them.
Well, yeah, because one of them was Offset was in jail for a while, and then
I asked him till they performed that.
Yeah, he was in jail for around the time they first came out.
Oh,
went to jail shortly after. I can't remember. So
they from Atlanta.
Yeah, yeah. So
I'm sorry, Jordan.
The hot topic of this week, well, for however long it's gonna be, but definitely this week's is Cardi B filing for divorce from Offset, and the rumor is infidelity as far as the reason for the divorce. I know that it is factual that he did cheat on her once before, and she forgave him. So, but yeah, the rumor is now that if the continued infidelity has caused her to, file for divorce and whatnot, which, we don't know if that's true. We haven't seen any court documents here, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. But I will say this, because it has been going around and people have been saying, WAP or WAP, as her song goes, people have been saying that can't keep a man, or, her WAP isn't enough to keep a man, or, in the song she says, I don't cook or clean, but I got this ring. People are saying that maybe she would have done that. She would be able to keep him. I'm going to say this, and me and Uncle Marcus and Keon and Jay and stuff, we say about this all the time. When it comes to cheating in relationships and stuff like that, as far as men go, or just people in general, people cheat because they want to. Every other reason that people give for cheating is an extension of the core foundation of them doing it because they wanted to. It was a conscious choice. And as far as men in relationships, you can have genitalia that is made of gold, that, you can do what you can cook and clean till the cows come home or whatever. You can just be every woman you can be it all, or every, man or whatever, depending on your orientation. That is not going to stop a man from cheating. Nothing can keep a man kept except himself. Nothing. So blaming it on Cardi B or blaming it on women in general is misogynistic to the core, and it's disrespectful, because one, not only is it relieving men of their responsibility and their, accountability, it's also relegating us men to mindless sexual beasts. And that is not what we're about to do. We shouldn't be doing that. So men cheat because they want to, and nothing's going to keep them there. Even if you're a woman or anybody, their partner is physically restraining them, it doesn't matter. You can lock them away in the basement somewhere. If they want to cheat, once they get up out of there, they're going to go cheat. Okay? So, yeah.
Did you say K?
I said, okay. Yeah. So
did y'all see him slap me? I told you he was going to do it.
Yeah. So we just need to, that is some really, really damaging rhetoric that I've seen in that the people's mind. I've seen some really just, well, she would have cooked and clean, or, she would have, if she talks of her song, lyrics, and if she would talk about that. And also, I'm saying this last thing to pass to my brother. If I'm a millionaire and or my wife is a millionaire, ain't nobody cooking and clean in my house either.
I thought you were going to say something totally different. I just really did. I judged you. I apologize.
Really, brother?
I judged you real bad.
So,
just
saying, even if I'm a high ranking thousandaire, I'm talking like 6-figure thousandaire, that it might be questionable then if anybody's gonna be doing the cooking cleaning in the house, really. So I know if both of us are millionaires, I'm gonna forget what a broom and a mop look like. Really, I am. So that's not really fair to and to say that since they're getting divorced, her career is going to be whatever lacking, or he helped make her whatever. I'm gonna say, if I have a woman who is rich enough to gift me with $500,000 cash on my birthday, she's probably not gonna be hurting too bad if we split up, because that was her money. That's all I got.
You sure?
That's all I got. I'm done. I'm really done now.
Let me say, there's a saying that I used to love in the South. See, that's the benefits of being raised in the South, because you get them good sayings. It said, if you spend half of the year minding your own business and 6 months out of the year not minding somebody else's, that'll be a whole year that you'll be minding your own business.
Right.
And that's how I feel about the situation, because just like you don't want nobody airing your dirty laundry, don't be trying to go out there trying to figure out what's going on in somebody else's house.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what that girl endured. We don't know what that man endured. Right. We don't know if divorce was the best decision for both of them, because we don't know if it was a volatile situation. We don't know if infidelity was the only reason. Because one of the things that I have noticed about a lot of people, even people who have went towards divorce, they do their best to protect the honor of the parent.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, that man is still her child's father.
Mm-hmm.
And she has to be mindful of what she says, and just like he has to be mindful of the things that she said, what he says about her. It doesn't matter what y'all say. And if WAP got y'all so confused, I guarantee you nobody want to adapt. I promise you nobody want to adapt. Nobody in this world want to adapt. I mean, we're at this point where we're mad because a married woman was talking about her WAP.
Right.
But you listen to the song to say the song ain't trash? Mm-hmm. Well, guess what? It don't matter, because you helped her be number one.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm married, so I understand. And people who are truly married understand that, guess what? There are going to be some rainy days. Mm-hmm. There are going to be some days that you're going to reconsider all the choices that you made. But you can't do that. And then the one thing that I hate about this counseling culture, if we want to counsel something, can we counsel the judging? Mm-hmm. Can we counsel the assumptive thinking? Yep. Can we counsel like a person deserves to be punished?
Yeah.
Because they do something, like because they made out a song? Mm-hmm. But y'all still don't want to counsel R. Kelly.
Right.
Y'all don't want to counsel R. Kelly. We can't counsel him, right? But we can counsel Cardi B because she made a song about her genitalia. Mm-hmm. And it's doing the things that it's supposed to do.
Right, that's supposed
naturally.
You know what I'm saying?
And so we mad about that, and then we're mad because even if she get a divorce, the statement is still true. She got the ring without cooking and cleaning. Mm-hmm. That's true. Let that girl be great. And the other thing is, I still celebrate her story because I actually researched her a long time ago from where she came. Mm-hmm. Y'all talking about she drugged the man, and yet, yes, that is horrible. But y'all forgot the other part of what she was living with and what she was doing. Mm-hmm. Y'all forget that whole part. Y'all want to pick and choose stories, man. Stop doing this. This is a main reason why women all the time say they don't feel protected. Mm-hmm. Because we're gonna make it their fault if they're the victim. We're gonna make it their fault if they own it. What you really want women to shut up. Mm-hmm. And you really want women to just be quiet. And that ain't what it's about. Right. I don't understand how you say you'll love a woman but don't want a woman. I love my wife. I guarantee you I love that woman. And one of the things that I love about her even more than anything, I love the fact I got a pretty wife. Mm-hmm. I don't want nobody, I don't want to be walking around with somebody and y'all like, why he walk around with that? I'd rather y'all say like what he did to get that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't want my wife wearing moves all day long. You got it. We all got a time limit on what we got right now anyway. Mm-hmm. Like these looks, as good as I look, they gonna fade in about a good
Nah. We take care of ourselves, bro.
About 20. I'm gonna give about 24. I'm gonna start 24 years.
30. Just say 30.
I'm gonna give it 24. 24, the cheek might do a little this action. And I get it. Yeah. But you only got this for a short amount of time. Celebrate who you are. I think that we focus on the wrong things. Again, you can't say that you're for things, but you always want to bash other things. I just don't get it. Yeah. And if you don't like the music, just like you don't like the politician, don't listen to it. Right. And you talking about you don't want your kids subjected to it. That's you in your house.
Yeah. You control that.
There's an app for that.
Yeah. All kind of parental controls. All kinds.
So I'm just tired. Leave Cardi, her WAP alone. Him alone. Mind your business. Yeah. And then I'm gonna say it like,
just
if you can't say emphatically that your relationship is where you want it to be, you ain't got room to be talking about nobody else. Yeah. And if you ain't in a relationship with nobody else, you ain't even got a testing ground. I mean, so we don't need to be talking about anybody until we work out, like the old saying goes, and the song, sweep around your own front door.
Mm-hmm. Make sure your own house is clean. But yeah, we decided to address, well, it's a hot topic, so you know we're going to address it. But yeah, I've even on my even on my own timeline, even on my own timeline.
I'm not medium handsome. I'm extra large handsome. You will not offend me. I'm a blocker from the show. You're gonna call me medium.
Yeah, so that's just the thing, man. I've seen some really damaging rhetoric, and it's you know, and the brother Jay actually, I don't know if it was
you gonna give me a wrong.
The brother Jay actually put a really, really dope status up. I'm not sure if it was yesterday or today, and was saying, you know, and I'm paraphrasing, but he said,
I don't know what I said.
Oh man, I think it was if we spent, bro, I can't even. It was something to the effect of, things would be much better if we spent as much time protecting women as we did blaming them for stuff. Yeah, you know, and you know, so again, that's why I say, you know, again, we don't know what the exact reason behind the divorce, like the brother Jay said, but you know, we do know that infidelity played a part early on in things. And I'll just say that, you know, if it was infidelity that played a part in a divorce, then we can't absolve men of their accountability. That goes against our very foundation here on Brother Empowerment. We can't do that. And we're not going to blame women for something that they had no control over. Just period. You have no control over another person. So if they decide to cheat or do whatever, you have no control over that.
Yeah, don't carry that weight. Yeah. Don't carry the weight. And men, don't carry the weight either. Don't stay in no relationship that is unhealthy, that is stagnant, that is negative, that is abusive. Don't stay in it. Women, don't stay in it. And don't blame yourself for the choices that somebody else made. Don't even try to ration it out. Don't be like, if I would have cooked more, if I would have kept my hair done more. No, a person going to cheat if they want to cheat. Yep. And a person going to leave you when they want to leave you.
Yep. They can say whatever they want.
See? Got my pressure up. Got my pressure up. Got me looking. Still look dope, though. Look at that. I'm gonna start speaking to y'all from sideways.
Yo.
Well, bro, it's that time. Positive brother shout out.
Oh man. So yeah. So who, of course, first and foremost, always got to shout out to Brother Jay, man. We're all here making straight fools of ourselves and having crazy times every week. You know, by making a fool of myself, I mean by having a good time and really speaking to y'all.
You know, you made it right.
No, so yeah, I got to shout out Brother Jay, man, because you know it's been a really fun journey, and we just rolling, man. We just rolling. So I definitely appreciate you, bro. And I love you, man, because this is literally like a therapy session for me. Every Thursday, it's like, man, I'm about to get on here and talk to the people, and bro, gonna get it done. So yeah, so I shout out to you, bro. Also shout out to all the bros in the live, of course, Rick, Uncle Marcus, Bruce, Sean, Ricky. You know, shout out to all your brothers, man, for all your support and tapping in with us. Shout out to brothers later on that are gonna see this and tap in and let us know, give us their feedback. Keon, all the brothers that are working right now, who don't have necessarily the time to really tap in right away, you know what I mean, and be live. And also, like the Brother Jay was saying earlier, I want to give a shout out to the brothers who are navigating, you know, relationships or connections and making the decisions to whether or not to separate or to move on from those relationships, those connections, because that the judgment that follows those things, especially relationships for men, can be very harsh, and it can really affect you in multiple ways. You know, men are expected in very various situations to bear the brunt of a lot of things emotionally and just physically, and not say or do anything about it and keep it to themselves. So when you go against that grain and you do what's best for you and you take care of yourself, and so you can maintain your personal equilibrium and not be in a damaging situation with a damaging party or parties, that's admirable. So to those brothers who are doing that, I commend y'all, man, because it's not easy, because especially in Western society, men are expected to be, I say a lot, men are expected to be collectors of responsibility and resources. And that's it. We're expected to be this boulder that collects things, responsibilities, resources, you know, women, whatever. And we're expected to keep on moving and not have any emotions and not feel anything about anything. And that is just, it's a real bad way to be, man. So shout out to those brothers, for real.
Yeah, before I give my positive brother shout out, I just wanted to address Landy, because I didn't want her to think that we ignored it. Landy, I see it, and that's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
And I will say this, though. The only thing that we can say that is true is how you feel in the things that you value that is important. It will be unsafe. It's unsafe, in my opinion, to say that she doesn't value herself when you don't know what she's been through. When you say you don't know her personally, I say any person that made themselves not just famous, but an artist, a credible artist, and did what she did, she has a value, or she has a clear understanding of something.
Mm-hmm.
Her money managing skills, she actually paid for her stuff while stripping. And she was forced into stripping because she didn't have any other option. So it's a lot to unpack behind that. And I think, like I say to anybody, research a little bit, because a lot of this stuff is on the internet. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, of course, we can talk about this offline, but I don't want to send this message to those women who maybe, matter of fact, it's men that have told us, men and women who are stripping right now, because they're trying to make a means. And I don't want them to feel like they don't have value because they're trying to figure out something right now in this moment. Yeah. And so I can't say that, because a lot of them may be doing things that they necessarily don't want to do because they don't have a choice. Just like it's a lot of people who are going to work right now who don't want to go to work. Yep. So I can't agree with that a lot. But I do understand that everyone has their own moral compass, and everyone has a right to defend their moral compass when it's being attacked. But just like we have a right to defend our moral compass, we don't have a right to interject our moral compass onto somebody else who may not want to align their lives with what we see, what we believe is important.
Right.
Exactly. Positive brother, shout out. All the brothers that are on here. Rick, thank you for tuning in. Keon, when he get a chance, because he'll do something a little bit later.
Yeah.
But also, I thank Keon for just being a positive light. Like, I've never met him on a bad day, and I don't know if he has bad days, but I've always seen him take a positive outlook, and that's refreshing because some days I have bad days, and it feels good to be around people that, you know, they do have some type of light within them. Charles, thank you. He's another green lighter that be on with the rest of us late at night. Thank you for all the things that you are doing. Sean Stewart, all of my brothers. Mike, thank you for being on. I definitely do appreciate you. My older brothers, Daryl, Rodney, Vincent, and then my younger brothers, Mike, Tramel, all of them. And Cordell, I thank you for being more than a friend. I thank you for being that family up here that we need. I also thank you for pushing this business. I was always afraid to do entrepreneurship because I thought that it was going to be tough. I thought that it was going to be hard, but this wonderful family that I have, not only in this comment section, the viewers, the supporters, the ones who ride or die for us, brother, it feels good to do this with you and from which we came. Look at us. We got this whole we special. We got banners and tickers now. We got an intro video. Look at that. We got a ticker. We got all of that. And we're developing curriculum. We're developing content. We're changing lives, and we have receipts to prove that. So, bro, thank you for all the things that you're doing, man. This has really been your success. For those who don't know, Cordell has taken over fully social engagement. A lot of people sometimes think it's me. This guy. And I thank him for all the things, and the leadership team for helping us get through everything. So, guys, just thank you, man. Thank you for that, man. It's a lot. And you've been really doing an excellent job with it. And he even did a blog, y'all. Bro did a blog. No, go over there to the Facebook and look up, go over to loveisapparable.com and look under thoughts and, what is it? Something thoughts. What is it? Thoughts and passions. Yeah, thoughts and passions under the outreach tab. Bro did his first blog and he shared it. So I'm proud of him for doing that. He directed his first 3 videos. He was like, I'm going to just knock them all out. He had his notepad, y'all, with notes on it. He told them what to do, how he wanted them to sit. He even told the CFO to do her hair. I mean, he just could have been on it.
Ladies, I did not tell her to do anything of the sort. She said she had to make sure her hair done. I asked her to please have it done so that we could do the video.
No, that's not what he said. But we're going to go with that. I'm just saying, he was giving orders, but that's what you do. Like, people who in the acting community know that they do tell you, you got to wear your hair a certain way, you got to dress a certain way, you got to do all of that. Those were actually commended. Proud of you. So, good job. Proud of you. And for all of you guys, thank you for tuning in. Landy, what you say? I'm not saying stripping makes her devalue herself. I'm saying overall content of her music.
Nah.
But we'll talk. Yeah, listen. I grew up on 2 Live Crew.
I'm about to say.
You grew up on 2 Live Crew. We made it out of Uncle Luke's era.
I would say Nas
and Trina.
Nas is as prophetic as they come, but he made Uchi Wally. So
you don't know now.
Oh,
LaKim made a whole thing.
Yeah.
Foxy Brown. Hey. She had the ill nana.
Yeah, like no, let's not do that.
Yeah, so we made it out of a whole generation. This is just the new one.
Yeah,
we can't get mad at them for building on the platform that we set.
Yeah, I was gonna say, shoot, you know.
I can't wait to be a granddaddy because I'm gonna tell my kids, see, that's how they get it from you.
Hey, Landy, he sure did, but didn't stop him from taking the money that made in the publicity fund that did it. He ain't removed it from the internet.
How she gonna take up for Nas? You ain't take up for 2 Live Crew.
You know what I'm saying?
And the Uncle Luke. Let me stop. We gotta get off here. But guys, no, for real. Thank y'all for tuning in. Tune in next week because what is next week? Yep, we're gonna have a special guest next week.
Sure will.
And it's going to be a surprise, so it's going to be pretty dope. So, guys, thank y'all for everything that you're doing. And like we tell you guys every week, if you feel that nobody else in this world cares about you or love you, that's a lie because you just met 2 people who truly do. Reach out to us. Well, don't call me now. I got to do something. I got to meet it after this. But, yeah, If you feel like nobody else loves you, just met 2 people that do. Tune in, check us out. Tell your friend, tell a brother, share it with us. We love you guys.
See y'all next week.
Good night.